Good evening. I'm just going to spend some time now just giving a brief overview of the work undertaken in 2024 to develop our business. So we've continued our refit programme throughout the year, and pleased to say that we've refurbished 8 stores in 2024. So each refit really consists of internal and external decoration, new signage, internal and external, new lighting, improved and increased food to go offering, because that's obviously a market that we want to get into, additional refrigeration in some cases to meet demand, headsets with regards to security and colleague welfare in all locations, upgraded CCTV as required, and the most important thing is store specific ranges and space allocation in all locations. So we tailor the offering to the area that we trade. So you can see there on the slides that 2 of the stores we've done were Hawkwell and Melbourne. And for those of you who know those stores, I think you'll agree there that, complete transformation of both of those. Next to Mungo Park and Beehive Lane, both underwent significant work. Mungo Park had all the fixtures removed, so they were historic fixtures and fittings in the store. That was completely removed, replaced with new, and the store, I believe, closed for 2 days. So a lot of work done in 2 days, lots of work by the team, and you can see there that we engaged with the community as part of the opening as well. Beehive Lane store just up the road, I think for me it's one of the biggest transformations there. We knew we had issues from a security point of view with the 2 doors, from a shoplifting point of view. So we closed the 1 door, completely remodelled the store, the flow of the store internally, added additional refrigeration, and I think it's one of the best stores we've got now. Holbridge and Portsea Road. Holbridge was this store was performing really well, but it was very much around protection. We trade against both Colt Group and the One Stop in the town. But again, it was to bring it up to date, so we felt we competed on a like-for-like basis with the 2 competitors. Portsea Road, again, complete refit in the store, and in that one we actually didn't close at all. So the store teams worked around the clock on that one. And then the last 2, Torquay Road and Badder Road. Again, a lot of work went into both of those, and I think you'll agree that, or I hope you agree that the results are very good. We now have 12 stores complete, and they're trading under the new cooperative banner there, and I think it places us in a really good position moving forward. What we've also done is to look at, Barry talked about services and bringing extra people to our locations. So not only as part of the refit programme, but across the whole estate, we've enhanced the services across the estate. So there's just some examples there: hot and cold food to go drinks, Quadient lockers, which in the main are sited outside of the locations to drive footfall to those. And the initial evidence there is that they're being well used and successful. They generate both a ground rent and pence per parcel income, so it's a real positive for us on that. Convenience retailing, I think we said it. We may have said it last year, but it's no longer just about bricks and mortar. If you look at the quick commerce, order now, get it in so many minutes, get it in under an hour, get it in 20 minutes, is showing no signs of slowing up. So we have to be in it along with any other convenience retailer. It's expected now from convenience retail. If you look at it there, so Uber Eats is the real success story. 26 locations introduced in 2024, and the stores now are generating around 800 orders a week just from that platform. So somebody goes online, orders their food, it goes through to a handset in store. The stores pick that. It's then picked up by a courier and delivered to people, generally within an hour. There are issues, but generally within an hour. So we now operate Snappy Shopper, Uber Eats, and more recently Just Eat, and that equates to around 2% of our weekly core turnover. So that's really just to highlight how important that is. Department stores. Some of this has been alluded to earlier. So the decision was taken earlier in the year to remodel both stores to make the best use of space and ultimately ease of operation and efficiency. So in Chelmsford, we closed the top floor, brought the furniture downstairs, re-merchandised pretty much the whole store, and yeah, generally well received. Braintree, we did something similar later in the year, where we closed the ground floor of the part of the building that we own, and again that was all compressed into the existing store. As part of that, we also took the opportunity to relocate travel. So you'll have seen, hopefully, in both stores now, that much better location, high footfall areas, and last year travel turnover was on the up. And then finally, business development. So it's not just physically what we do with regard to buildings and alike. Our colleagues within funerals have undertaken 365 hours of professional development. So this is very much centred around the funeral plan pre-need. So this is all about improving their skills, legislation, and but again, 365 hours of professional development. That's a lot of learning to undertake, but ultimately, it's to enhance our reputation further. And that's it. So, any questions?
I'd be.
On
the developments, now I know we've got to invest because that's good, so there's no criticism of that at all.
Mm-hmm.
But when's that rolling programme? Does it ever come to an end? And will there be a period where we are modern and we are selling and we're not spending out a hell of a lot of money remodelling? You know, in other words, we've got a period to advance. When do you envisage that taking place?
I think if you look at the level of spend that we've done, just on the 12 stores we've done to date, 8 last year and the 4 the year before, there's varying levels of spend. So where the society has historically invested in those stores previously, it has been decoration, new sign, and that's pretty much it. But then in some of the stores that need further investment, the spend is a lot more. If I'm honest, I think that we'll always have to invest in our stores and keep, because trends change. If you look at the last 2 years, they change. So I think once we get them in a position where they're modern and alike, then I think it will be smaller investment rather than large wholesale. Okay. And over to Kevin.